Hello everyone, welcome back. If you have not been here before, my name is Debbie. I read a ridiculous amount of books and I love it. I love it so much. Today I am on book 3 of the Crazy Rich Asians books by Kevin Kwan. This one is Rich People Problems. There is your front cover. I love it so much. But yeah, I've done book 1, I've done book 2, and I'm on book 3. And I think it's just the 3. It's in American fiction, contemporary fiction, and humorous fiction. But yeah, let's just get in with that blurb, shall we? When Nicholas Young hears that his grandmother Su Yi is on her deathbed, he rushes to be by her bedside. But he's not alone. It seems that the entire Shangyang clan has convened from all corners of the globe, ostensibly to care for their matriarch, but truly to stake claim on the massive fortune that Su Yi controls. With each family member secretly fantasising about getting the keys to Tyersall Park, a trophy estate on 64 prime acres in the heart of Singapore, the place becomes a hotbed of intrigue, and Nicholas finds himself blocked from entering the premises. As relatives claw over heirlooms, Astrid Leung is at the centre of her own storm, desperately in love with her old sweetheart Charlie Wu, but tormented by his ex-wife, a woman hell-bent on destroying Astrid's reputation and relationship. Meanwhile, Kitty Pong, married to billionaire Jack Bing, finds a formidable opponent in his fashionista daughter, Colette. So yeah, it's 384 pages, and this was just a regular book. It wasn't an audio book like I've done before. To be fair, I've read all of these ones. None of these ones were audio books. And I just really enjoyed this series of books. I thought they were really good and funny and entertaining, and oh, how the other half live. When you've got comments like, oh, he only gets 5 million a year, he can't live on that. And you're just like, oh, I wish I had 5 million. Especially at a point when I am in the process of sorting my flat out. As you heard in the blurb, Su Yi is on her deathbed, the grandmother, the full matriarch, not just Eleanor. This is the one that judged Eleanor when she married in. Again, you're getting the points of view of Rachel and Nick with Astrid and Kitty. Again, it feels like everything comes back to Kitty. She wormed her way into this family in the first book, and she's determined. Admittedly, I think of the 3 books, the point when I was the most interested in Kitty was in the second book, but she is interwoven so much throughout this story. It's impressive how everything comes back to Kitty in the end. In this book, she is being moulded. She had been moulded into society to become somebody who she isn't. And you're just there wondering, is this going to work? Is she just going to go back to her old ways? And it is pretty impressive how just it all comes back to her. I couldn't believe how all roads led to Kitty in the end. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I just seen the relationships. I feel like it wasn't as Nick and Rachel heavy, this one. I felt like I got a lot more about Astrid and Kitty. You really get to know Kitty through this and her motives in regards to her marrying into all of this. Because she started off as a soap star in the first book. She was just trying to make noise, like turning up to parties in see-through dresses. You know, she just wanted to be talked about. And then it's, as you go through, you realise that she wants to be rich, she wants to be famous, she wants to be splashy, and even through trying to tone her down, you just can't get rid of Kitty. It's the only way to explain it, really. Yeah, and then through this one, you also see Astrid's relationship with Charlie as well. She is going through like the worst divorce with Michael. Michael is using their child, Cassian, as a pawn completely. But then you're also dealing with the fallout of Charlie and his wife's divorce. And to be honest, both Charlie and Astrid are in similar boats, because in Charlie's relationship, the kids are being weaponised as well, but in a different way. And you're also looking at Charlie's ex's mental health, which was, you saw a little bit of that in the second book, but it comes more to the forefront in this one. And the fact that Astrid's relationship is just being played out for all to see, because Michael has made it have immediate interest, and so after Astrid's family has been so good at keeping out the papers and keeping out of the media, Astrid is being thrown in. There's question marks over her family, and then her family gets involved, and to the point where Astrid is kind of cut off a little bit. Her relationship with her parents, it's a lot of that new generation thing. It's just like we don't need to go by the old rules anymore, but the parents are still very set in their ways. So you're definitely seeing a generational thing in regards to how to handle it, the riches and what possible fame comes with that. And then in regards to Astrid's family, the fact that they don't want to be in the limelight, they just want to be quiet, and you know, people can speculate all they want. It's kind of like how the royal family does it, with that whole like never complain, never explain kind of thing. Yeah, it's really clever, it's really funny. If you do love Astrid's story, you do get quite a nice happy ending in the end for Astrid and Charlie, which was nice to see. I just loved it. I thought it was so good, it was just so funny, it was so much how the other half live. And as I said in the blurb, you're also looking at Nicholas's relationship with his grandmother and seeing the family at each other's throats in regards to the house, and you know what they might possibly get out of the will. And it's full-on family saga. This is a full-on family saga, soap opera style, and it's exactly what you want out of a family drama soap opera. Basically, yeah. So if you haven't read the Crazy Rich Asians trilogy, I definitely recommend it for the entertainment, for the funny, for the saga. It's brilliant. It's so good. I can't even speak. Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. It's just told quite an epic story that, as you go through, focuses a lot more on Nick's family than you thought it would, and these outsiders to it all trying to figure it all out. And then you've also got kind of the compare and contrast in regards to looking at Astrid's relationship versus Nicholas's relationship with Rachel and the people that married into it. And then you've also just got that underlying Kitty storyline, just trying to figure out how it all fits together. As I said, all roads lead back to Kitty. I could not believe it when I got to the end, and it was just like, it's Kitty. Bloody Kitty. Yeah, I loved it. Rich People Problems, Kevin Kwan. I loved it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the next books adapted into films. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with another video. If you have any thoughts about this series, chat to me in the comments. I love hearing what people have to say. But yeah, stay safe. I love you all. Goodbye.